Welcome back to the Fight Rundown, episode 219.
219 it is.
You have no clue.
What episode is it, Jag?
Episode 219. I'm Jeeve. Bowles. Jag. How we doing, Bowles? Good.
I'm great, thank you, mate. I had a nice relaxing weekend, or Saturday. It's still the weekend.
What'd you get up to?
It's
a Sunday.
I went to a spa resort, and it was really nice.
Yeah, you look like you was living the high life again.
We weren't allowed to drink because I was driving. That's the first.
Wait, you drive home?
I drove home, yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, but I had one beer, and then had the rest.
How did you do that?
Mate, I tell you what, it's even more impressive that I had one beer and then stopped. Actually,
That's what I'm surprised about.
Yeah,
like that's not Bowles.
Anyone who is new, I'm an alcoholic.
Well, it's not one, but it's usually 5 or 6. You sounded somewhat waved on the live as well. I think you're just a bit giddy. You know?
Yeah, I was just piping up for the live.
And Jag, you watched UFC last night?
Yeah, good card, really good card actually. Enjoyed it.
Yeah, you had your boy around. Nothing better than just having a bit of a watch party, you know. It's a bit of a vibe. But it's a Sunday morning. Bowls, we've got a little breakfast to go after this as well.
This is what I like about the Sundays, when you've got something planned afterwards and
we're getting a fat
nice.
walk in as well.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, walk off that full English.
Yeah.
But we're also on TikTok Live. We say it every time. Last night, by the way, please go on the TikTok Live. I need to put it on the story. Last night, 52,000 people.
52,000.
That's 52,000 different people. Obviously, not all at once. Came onto the live. I think it's all about how lucky you get,
I think it definitely
the title change helped.
Yeah, because when I was doing my live the day after, I don't know whether it was the day after AJ's fight,
Popped off.
We was keeping up with about 200 odd at a time. So I think it's definitely when something relevant's happening, we've got to be getting live.
Yeah. So I'm just putting a picture on the story. I'm not being rude. Yeah, I think that's it. Like, it's just engagement. I mean, maybe it's a question for some big TikTokers we might have on in the future. I don't know. Social media, yeah, I mean.
If you are watching on the TikTok Live, please make sure to tap the screen so we can get some more exposure out here.
Yeah, for sure.
We've earned it, haven't we? We've earned a little bit.
I tell you what, we have. Yeah, I feel like we deserve it. But like we said, the thing with the Fight Rundown, sometimes we have them quiet months, but then we'll have a little pop.
Yeah, and
then we're back down. But like we said, we've got a lot coming up. But most importantly, it was UFC 308, Abu Dhabi last night. Normal time for us. Of course, like I said, it was really enjoyable watching with a bunch of other people as well. Jag, you had your mate around. Little chill one. Should we get straight into it?
Let's do it.
Should we get straight into it? But before we do, we play a game on the Fight Rundown here where we predict every fight. But before I say the name of the game, Bowles, can you explain the aim of the game?
The aim of the game is Bowles vs. Jeeve. It's the battle of the century. We have... I can't say the name. I nearly just said the name straight off the bat. No.
He's geeked off the coffee.
Yeah, so me and Jeeve play a game where we're looking to score as many points as possible from the early prelims all the way up to the main event of the evening. And we score points by guessing who we think's going to win each fight. If we get it right, we get a point. If we don't, we obviously get nothing. And we also have a couple sides with our meal today, and one of them is your lock pick, and that is someone that we think is guaranteed to get the win on the night, and that sounds something like this.
Tell them to bring me my money.
We also have our overrated pick, somebody that we think is way too high up on the card and needs to pipe down a little bit. And that sounds something like this.
That's fucking illegal.
We have our underrated fight.
That's it.
And that sounds like this.
I burst onto the scene, didn't I?
And I know that you use this as well.
One more. We've got the letdown.
We've got the letdown.
And that sounds something like this.
So like this.
Me and fucking brother.
Me own fucking brother. And then we have, because I'm only saying this because you use this, you had your...
once a year.
You had your Khabib in Russia pick.
The nuke.
You know what Connor told me? He says, I want Khabib.
That's right.
Isn't he really awesome?
He's like, I want Khabib in Russia.
By the way, me and Bowles lived off that joke for 3 days straight. I laughed every time in Manchester. I can't lie. What a weekend it was.
Yeah,
but
that
how
was
often
insane.
did we say that? Jag, feel free to use the Micah Richards and Cal the Dragon pick.
Yeah,
an underrated
100%.
fight and an overrated fight. Yeah, I mean, you're allowed to use that,
100%.
but you're not part of the game.
Oh,
He isn't though, is he? He
no,
isn't.
that's true.
Maybe next year.
That's true,
Maybe
maybe.
next year we have a guest on every preview.
That'll be interesting. Yeah.
I mean, I doubt it. A lot of people let us down.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be likely. Even.
And I will just add as well, for championship fights, also, and you sometimes 5 rounders as well, because we did it because Chimaev and
if it's big enough.
Whitaker was a huge fight. But mostly for championship fights, we will be guessing the round and or how we think the fight's going to end. And if you get that right, you get a point as well.
And the name of the game is
The Fight Rundown Fiesta. Here we go.
Give it a groove, eh? I'm joking.
Come on, Jack.
Go on, give it a bit. The Fight Rundown Fiesta. The winner gets a Las Iguanas at the end of the year. But the thing is, Bowles is on thin ice. He needs this.
I need LeBron in Miami Heat.
Yeah,
is what I need.
Or Cavs 3-1 down.
That's what I think. That's what I was on about actually.
Or you got an invite.
I can't do that right now, bro. I'm afraid.
Got to decline you.
We need a soundboard every time Bowles declines a live.
I'm sorry, bro.
What I was gonna say. If not, you turn into a Bronny James. You're either LeBron
Yeah.
or Bronny.
This is true.
And Bowles needs this. If not, I get the free meal. On the house. On Bowles' bank from Las Iguanas.
I probably won't see it.
Jack, have you had a Las Iguanas before?
I haven't, no. Need to tell me about it.
Oh, it's fire. Chimichanga.
What did I get? I got the mixed grill, I think.
Yeah.
Didn't I?
Classic
Really?
Bowles.
I can't get enough of the mixed grill. No matter where I go, if there's a mixed grill, I'm having it. That's how I roll.
I'll tell you what, I'll take you to Sheepscar in Leeds. It's in
Sheepscar?
Sheepscar. It's an Indian one.
Really?
Best one.
Best one ever. Best
Is it
mixed
really?
grill I've ever
Really?
had, yeah. It's so good. Or the hen and chicken in Birmingham. That one's
In
pretty
Leeds, was it?
good. Yeah,
Sheepscar?
yeah. We'll just drive down on a weekend
That'd be
if
sick.
you want.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
Or, actually, no. It depends where. Not going to leak out what we're doing for the Fight Rundown Christmas do.
No, we
You know what I
can't.
mean? Depending on where we are.
Yeah.
Could stop off there. Anyways, we had the UFC 308. We're going to run through the fights. How we said we predict them all. Starting off with Rinat Fakhrinov versus Carlos Leal. The biggest robbery of the night.
Really?
Kicking it straight off, yeah. This one was so simply Carlos's fight. He got absolutely done dirty. And it was a unanimous decision to Rinat. Straight away, you give him red flags.
Yeah.
That is some dodgy Middle Eastern decision right there.
Yeah.
Rinat picks the win up. We did both predict them, but I think that's a bad decision.
Sorry, I'll just say thank you for the follow, creepy Uncle Jimmy. I appreciate the follow though, mate.
I tell you what, there's some funny usernames on TikTok.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
Right, there was some funny ones last night. I
Yeah.
thought anyway.
But of course, we was never going to go against that guy, was we?
No, look at him. Yeah, look
So
at him.
scary. Did he look scary in the octagon as well, or?
Yeah, until you watched him, because I
Yeah.
don't get how he lost. That was, I'm using the word robbery.
Oh wow.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And then moving on, Ismail Naudiev versus Bruno Silva. It was a win for Naudiev, and I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure this was seen as a bad decision again.
Right.
Yeah, 2 bad decisions on the night. It was Bruno Silva who was bold, wasn't it? I'm not saying that in an offensive way, Bowles.
Which one was the one from the Fighting Nerds? Is that this guy?
No, Gene Silva, he was the one who I thought Lerone Murphy got pulled for, but he didn't.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
Let me see if I'm tweaking on this.
Uzien says, who is next for Whitaker?
We're going to be there in about 3-4 minutes. So
3 or 4 minutes, if you
so
can.
stick around.
We'll get there. We'll get there very soon.
There was one geezer who looked like he was on roids.
Was
I don't know
there?
if it was him. But anyways, moving on.
Oh, right.
Oh, here it is. Victor Hugo. Looks like he was on roids. Had loads of acne on his back.
Yeah.
Farid Bashrat wins. I'm not even capping. 3 bad decisions in a row. Oh, by the way,
Well,
I picked Naudiev. You picked Silva.
Yeah, that's
We
poor
both
from
picked
me.
Bashrat.
Yeah.
And then Kennedy Nchunkwu versus Chris Barnett.
Oh, yeah. Bro, what happened to Chris Barnett? I know he injured himself, didn't he?
Achilles?
Yeah. Did you see what happened, Jag?
I did see what happened, yeah.
You want to tell the people? Tell Bolt.
I think it started off with him celebrating. He
Into the mic.
He jumped up and then he landed a little bit dodgy and
It was on his intro.
yeah.
Was it really? Well, how heavy that guy is. You know, you're not really. It's to be expected, isn't it? It's a lot of weight going downwards.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can't lie. Yeah, and Chunku, by the way, terrible performance as well. Like
Really?
he was injured for about 4 minutes, and then Chunku was just not even throwing. And it was obvious. Chris Barnett was like, I walk around like this, and Chunku still just stood there. I was like, what are you doing?
Would I beat Nzechukwu?
Yeah. In boxing.
In boxing, yeah. That's
Again,
what I meant.
I don't know Bowles'
know about
MMA
MMA.
yet.
The hammer fist looked good. That was the only thing that looked good from.
And Chunku.
Yeah.
Pronounce it then. You got it?
Jex says yes, Sanjeev.
Who?
Jex? Is it?
Yes, brother. How's it going? I think there's... I don't know. I think it's Josh Kendall. I think. Guy has a kid. So...
Wow.
He's a new dad.
Congratulations if that's you.
Yeah. And and Chunku gets the win. I can't lie.
It is.
Absolutely nothing. Yeah. Shout out. How's the newborn doing? Anyways, moving on up. Abbas Magomedov versus Bruno Ferreira. I picked Abus. Bowles picked Ferreira. And straight away we can see Bowles having a mare. Jack, did you watch his fight?
I did not get a chance to watch this fight. No,
you sat on the main card, didn't it? Tell you what, Ferreira knocks Abbas down in the first round. Bowles has just realised like it's not looking good.
I might need to call the dragon on in a moment.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it open anyway. And yeah, I tell you what, a great comeback. Second round. Abus was getting peace and he comes back pretty strong, and then the third it's definitely 1-1, and Abus gets the arm triangle. No, not what's the one called where it's like that? Khabib did it. Islam did it to Oliveira. That is an arm triangle, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Where you pass the guard and then like that. Yeah. Anyways, casual take from me. And yeah, Abbas gets it. Abbas gets the win. I'm pretty sure it's an arm triangle. And that was a big win, you know. Like, we were speaking about how bit hated on. I mean, lost to Strickland, bit irrelevant, and then he gets a win on a card like that. He needs that, doesn't he?
100%. And I'm in trouble.
And then moving on up, we've got Mateusz Rubeski versus Mitzbek Oberlei, and I'm just going to hit it.
I burst onto the scene, didn't I?
100%.
Best fight of the night. Mate, this was crazy. I was on my feet. Jack, you caught the last round of this, didn't you?
Yeah, just the last round. Crazy, actually.
So, yeah, Oberlei's eye, broken orbital bone, and broken nose. And Rubeski, beat the living out of him right there. Yeah, I mean, absolutely smashed him. I put on the story, he's lost his aura, but the aura he gained marching through.
Does it even itself out, aura-wise?
He's increased aura.
Increased?
No, it's marginal, but I tell you what, I reckon he's made maybe like 25 aura. Like, nothing to change the game, you know what I mean? Like, but just enough. It's kind of leaving, leaving a couple quid tip.
Well, this is the UFC, man. Amount. This is the UFC.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like boxing where the, unfortunately, you know, like at the Co-op Arena or Janae Boston or whatever, you know, it's rollovers.
Great performance from Boston, by the way.
It was good, but I'm just using it as an example.
Yeah, it's a perfect
rollovers.
example.
There's not many rollovers in the UFC at all, is there?
No. And Rubeski, just, you know what? I can't wait for his next fight because he was throwing some serious hands. Jack, you saw Oberlei's face. What do you think of just the way he looked?
I'm surprised he could even see at that point because the doctor checked up on him. He seemed fine actually, like when the doctor was checking up on him. But
do you reckon it was a sus decision from the doctor just because it was in Middle
Cheers
East?
for the likes, mate. Cheers for the likes. Appreciate that.
I don't know. I have no clue, but it didn't disappoint.
No, 100%. But yeah, we both picked Oberlei. Saeed Nurmagomedov was supposed to fight. I don't even know what happened. I didn't know anything about that. Looks like he just didn't go ahead. No clue what happened there.
Yeah.
And then moving on, we had Jeff Neal versus RDA. Quite an early fight, to be fair. I thought this would be a main card. Second fight, maybe opener. RDA, Jeff Neal's hands were looking like prime Harry Bowles.
Really?
Like, they were quick.
Wow.
They were quick. He he just did a cash and dash, really. Walked in, knocked down RDA, knocks him down again, but as he goes down the second time, RDA just says his knee's gone. It was his 40th birthday. Great way to celebrate your birthday there. And Jeff Neal, as short as it lasted and it went down as injury, Jeff Neal looked really good.
Yeah.
Jag?
Yeah. I think he would have smashed him even if RDA didn't even have that injury. He knocked him down anyway, so...
Yeah.
Lewis Norton, doing very well, thank you, mate. How are you?
And what's next with Jeff Neal? You know, do you reckon they run that one back? He kind of called for it, but also maybe Jeff Neal's got something in the bank. Maybe he can give himself a decent fight at the low-ranked division.
Yeah.
Jag, any fight you want to see?
Do you want to open up that division a second?
Yeah, one sec.
Have a little peep at what we've got. What ranking is Jeff Neal at the moment? Is he in the rankings?
10th.
10th.
To be fair, that's pretty high. Why the hell is he fighting RDA?
What sort of fights would you want to see from a Jeff Neal? It's a bit of a tricky one.
I think you gatekeep him now. I think you use him as a gatekeeper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But maybe he has one more good fight in him. Obviously, it was a very close decision with Ian Gary.
Yeah.
I don't know. What are you thinking? What are you two thinking?
It's a really sticky one, I think, with Jeff Neal. I think you're probably right with the gatekeeper, because looking at them rankings, you don't really look at that and think, oh, yeah, give him in Gilbert Burns or anything, you know. It's, I mean...
Sorry.
Like we said, you know, give him some prospects now, and let the prospects test themselves.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. Or maybe one decent fight. Luque could be all right, even though he's fighting Nick Diaz.
Yeah.
But yeah, who knows? Anyways, moving on up. We both picked Jeff Neal, by the way.
Yeah.
We had Ibo Aslan, the last Ottoman. No lie, this guy just walked in there. Looks like he was on his head on roids. Just had the maddest roid rage. And just destroyed Rafael Chiensera. Kequiera, Jag.
Yeah, I'd agree with Ballsy.
Yeah, there we go.
You just don't want to take a chance. Yeah. Under a minute, this guy walks in, featured prelim.
Yeah.
On being from Turkey, of course, got that Middle Eastern connection, and walks through. What's his name?
Kequiera.
Yeah, and gets the job done. Fair play to Ibo Aslan. Could be a star. You know what I mean?
Have some aura in there.
Yeah, 100%. We both did pick Aslan, by the way. And then we kick off the main card. Shara, Bullet, Magomedov versus Armen Petrosian. Shara gets tagged early. Gets tagged very early. By the way, this is like almost the peak of the live at one point.
Yeah.
And I showed the screen for like half a second, and you get a warning. That's no joke. You know what I mean?
That's pretty crazy.
You was in it as well, wasn't you? You saw how short how short I put the screen on.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, isn't it?
So,
they were on top of that.
I clickbaited everyone, man.
Yeah,
I was saying, run them likes up, and we'll show the screen. Hit 30k likes in the end, so it worked.
30k?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, so it worked.
That's crazy.
Every time I hit the 5k extra, I was like, another 5k, and I'll show them the next fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I was saying, 5k likes, and I'll get pissed and then drive home.
Jesus.
5k on this one.
Yeah, what would you do 5k on this stream right here?
I'd run up and down Cleethorpes in just a pair of boxers.
How many people are in the thingy?
3.
If it hits 1,000 likes
before
this pod's over, I'll pay for Bowles' breakfast.
If this hits 1,000 likes, I get a brekkie paid for, so please.
Yeah,
please, can you griddy? For 1,000 likes, I'll do the griddy as well. I'll do it now.
Hit a proper griddy, man.
That's how you do
Only
it.
Only hit 1,000. Only hit 1,000. We'll do a full-on griddy.
We'll do the full-on griddy for 1,000.
Nothing will ever beat when Bowles did the Alex Prater live on the pod. Remember that? That was funny. Yeah. But yeah, Shara Bullet, I think everyone's seen the knockout already. Probably the most viral moment of the night. A double spinning elbow or spinning back fist. Comes in there and then follows back, or goes there, then follows back around and knocks out Armen Petrosian in the second round after getting hurt in the first. This guy could be on for something. Jag?
Yeah,
Did you like what you saw?
I did actually, but the only problem is he kind of walked away and it made the ref feel like he had to stop it. I feel like Petrosian, not trying to ruin here, but he did have a little bit left in him.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, because he kind of just walked away and the referee just stepped in knowing that he's gone down and he's walked off already.
Yeah, do you reckon it would have been he should have forced? The referee should have stood his ground. I personally think it was called there. I reckon it would have been over there. So, yeah, but Shara Bullet, man. You know what? Maybe he's got something about him. Bowles, do you think this guy's him?
Yeah.
Potentially?
Yeah, he looks really exciting, doesn't he? And, you know, he's got that... I wouldn't really call it a gimmick, but, you know, it's not at all. It's but, you know, with the eyes and he brings something to the table, definitely, for this division. And, you know, Russian, Magomedov, you know, it all works.
Someone trying to join the live. Who is it?
Oh, I'm really sorry.
Oh,
we're about to hit 1,000 likes, by the way.
Are you serious?
Yeah. 970.
Hey?
You can just spam it.
1,000.
So you got to hit the griddy and Balls gets a free breakfast.
Here we go. Wait. I don't actually know how
1 second, let me get this live on the Insta as well.
How do you actually do the griddy? Is it like that?
1 second. You need to do it up and down here. So, live on the pod. Balls. Go.
That's how you do it. Is that good enough? Is that good enough? I don't know how you do it.
Balls just want a free breakfast.
Hope you enjoyed it. Do it again. 2,000 likes.
5k likes and Balls reverses and pays for mine.
Yeah.
Nah, 10k. Nah, he's won the bet. Fair play. That was pretty funny. Anyways, oh yeah, by the way, was on with Kane Musa during the fight. That was pretty sick. So yeah, that was pretty surreal. Right? Yeah. Shara Magomedov also tries to cut a promo. Did you listen to it, Jag? Did you not see it? He goes, what he was supposed to say, but it took about 10 minutes for it to come out of his mouth. He went, I have captured the island. The pirate is here.
Yeah.
Don't be scared. And it was pretty sick, but it took so long because he kind of forgetting what he was supposed to say. But I rate it. I like
that. I like that he tried as well.
Yeah, and I like the fact that he's building the gimmick. I love him, but I just know he's not going to win. Balls, what they're saying.
Well, they want me to do it again, and I'm on 1.2 thousand at the moment.
Come on, light the screen. 2k for Balls to hit.
Oh well, Raheem says Chimaev title shot now.
Raheem, we're almost there. We're almost there.
Close.
We've still got the 400 on Spotify. We gotta show love for. We can't go too off.
Yeah.
Lerone Murphy versus Danny Egan. Oh, sorry, Shara Magomedov. What's next for him? Calls out Izzy potentially.
I feel like Izzy's got a little bit of. I mean, he's got that name, hasn't he? But he's got a little bit of a bounty on his head at the moment. A lot of these up and coming guys want that shot.
Chai Baralo.
Yeah.
Magomedov. Yeah. MMA Guru said, obviously he doesn't like Izzy, hates Izzy, but he said Izzy's got the perfect style to beat Chimaev.
Yeah.
And I kind of agree. I reckon it's potential. But what Jag, what do you want to see considering he's unranked? Where do you want to see him in the middleweight division?
I mean, I don't think Izzy would be able to stop Chimaev, you know.
No.
I think everybody expect like the toughest fight is Gilbert Burns, and he's got black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Facts.
And Chimaev still can like out wrestle him at some point.
What's it saying?
We're about to hit 2K.
You know what? This is sick because the live's actually popping this time. Yeah, I mean, the live is popping.
With it 2K.
Balls. Take two.
Really? Right.
Yeah.
This might have to be the last griddy though, because I'm sure
you need to hit the griddy hard this time though. You didn't hit it hard.
What like?
Can you do a bit of movement up and down in the tiny space there is? Like you gotta do that one. Get sturdy. I feel bad for Bowles, but I know he loves the likes.
I do. I'm a sucker for a like.
This is the equivalent of like a girl doing OF. Like Bowles selling himself for
Bowles
likes.
does the gritty for likes.
Yeah, for me, I'd like to see Shara versus Paulo Costa. I think that's a good step up.
I'm really sorry. Yeah, carry on.
Go on.
He just said 2 free breakfasts. I said, yeah, that's about right.
Who is this guy? Who is that? What's his name?
Random.
Put a bounty on his head.
HM GTFC, Grimsby boy.
He's doing me like that.
But yeah, anyway, let's get to business.
Shara with the one performance of the night. We both picked him. Like we said, we both know he's going to lose possibly soon enough, but for now, the aura continues. And then Lerone Murphy versus Danny Ige.
Buzzing for him.
Yeah, it was 1-1 going into the last round. It was a unanimous. Again, I thought it was a split. I thought it could have been a split. Either way, it would have been a good decision. Lerone out-wrestles him, but also getting out-wrestled for about 2.5 minutes, but Lerone landed some decent shots towards the end. Team Manchester top team up again, you know what I mean? It was so good to see some of the boys that we've seen at BMF as well, we've spoke to, just be in the corner as well. It's just pretty sick. But yeah, Bowles, you're a big fan of Lerone Murphy.
Definitely, yeah. I was buzzing to see that. And, we call Danny Ige a little bit of the can man, don't we? Anyone who wants it can get it, and it's true. Like I said in the preview, he showed that against Diego Lopez, put on a great performance as well. I was a little bit unsure whether Lerone Murphy was going to get the job done because it's a really tough test with Danny Ige. It's a tough test for anyone, but I'm really happy that he got the win and onto some ranked fights probably next.
Yeah, that's the perfect fight. If you can beat a guy like Danny Ige, you're definitely in that upper echelon. Is that a Shara bullet take there?
Well, Shara looks sloppy in some moments, but always pulls something out of nowhere.
Yeah, exactly. A great take from that geezer there.
Raheem. Shout out to Raheem.
Raheem's got some good takes now.
Yeah.
Kind of popping on it. But yeah, that's the question with Shara. Yeah, I mean...
I appreciate the 3K likes as well, man. Love that.
That's fire. Let's get it to 5.
Yeah,
we're almost here now.
5,
We've got to hit a round number.
Yeah.
But yeah. Absolutely. Also, everyone follow the TikTok as well if you're there.
Please do.
Or the Instagram. But yeah, I mean, Shara does look sloppy at times, and I think that's where someone could catch him out. Yeah, even someone like Paulo Costa, I reckon.
Do you think someone like Izzy's just a step too far?
Yeah, so far, yeah. It's like saying Cornell Moten should fight Lee Wood. You know what I mean? Trying to relate it back to boxing.
See what you mean? Yeah,
it's just too far. And then moving, Jack, any thoughts on Lerone Murphy?
Yeah, it was a good fight actually. I personally thought Ige won.
Oh, did you? You gave it to Ige?
Yeah, but I think it probably should have been a split.
Yeah.
But obviously, Murphy, he got the win, so I think he can do better.
And what's next, you reckon, for someone like Lerone? Rank 12, I'm sure he's going to fly up in the rankings at featherweight.
Qatar, maybe.
Calvin Kett, that's a great fight.
Yeah.
That's a good fight. Bowles, you? Who we got there? Like Josh Emmett, Arnold Allen. Maybe not Arnold Allen to England.
Yeah.
Don't mind, actually. That'd be a fire fight night.
Well, this for Lerone Murphy, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. To be fair, I like the Cater fight.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah, for sure. And then moving on, we go to Ankalaev versus Rakic. Fair play. Ankalaev doesn't shoot one takedown. I think got 31% takedowns landed.
Yeah.
Which John Anik also reiterated, which I called on commentary, on the preview, by the way, But Ankalaev stands there and beats Rakic to a unanimous decision. I had it 2-1, so did all 3 of the judges, all aligned on that one. Funny, considering it's in the Middle East, how the one that everyone agrees on is correct.
Yeah.
But yeah, fair play Ankalaev. Like,
definitely.
He's definitely got the title shot now, hasn't he?
He has. Yeah, 100%. And he's next. I feel like he was already a little bit of a risky fight for him to take against Rakic. I feel like he was almost already there anyway for that title shot.
Yeah.
And, he steps in there, someone like Rakic, who I feel like has a little bit of a point to prove in this division, that he needs that huge win against a highly ranked fighter, and just didn't happen for him again. Ankalaev shows that he's definitely up there with some of the best light heavyweights currently. So, yeah, definitely a title shot next.
Yeah, Jag, thoughts?
Yeah, Ankalaev, definitely title shot.
Does he do anything to trouble Pereira, do you reckon?
I think only the grappling, but I don't think Pereira. I don't think he'll get beat.
Ankalaev said he would also just stand there and strike with Pereira. Is that a terrible idea on paper, or do you reckon it's just cap to build the fight?
You never know with these guys, do you? Really?
No.
You never know. You got to think at the end of the day, MMA fighters, boxers, all the same. They're all a little bit nuts. He might think he can strike with Pereira. You've got to have that belief if you're looking to be number one.
Yeah, so. And there might be a reason why he didn't take down, just to prove that he can do it 15 minutes. But yeah, Goodwin also did another weird call out where he said the translator told him what to say, and then he said it. So it was like, I want Pereira, and it was just very weird. It was like, not good.
Raheem says Alex beats Ankalaev if he fights him like that.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I agree with that take.
And we are from Grimsby, by the way, GTSC. So yeah, we are Grimsby boys.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. It's facts, Raheem. Again, spitting facts, nailing it.
Well, yeah, Alex is too dangerous on the feet for like that, isn't he?
Yeah. We'll probably speak about Alex again in this episode, but we'll get to that. And then the co-main event, Rob Whittaker versus Khamzat Chimaev. I feel like this has actually had more talk after the card than the main event, which has shocked me.
Well, with a main event, which we'll get onto, obviously, I feel like it was already almost a little bit of a foregone conclusion. I think everyone thought. By the way, yes, we both picked Ankalaev there, but I feel with this one, like we gave Whittaker a lot of props, didn't we? A lot of flowers for this one before. Yeah. We thought that Whittaker was going to get the job done. Yeah. Spoilers for the picks, but his submission win for Chimaev though. At the end of the day,
he jumps on him straight away. Chimaev just thinks I'm not here to play games, Let me just walk in there, jumps on him and wrestles him for around about a minute, and then the second that choke was in, Rob Whittaker's jaw not only dislocates, but his 3 front teeth all bent back. Yeah, that's freakish power, isn't it?
It is.
That's scary.
Chimaev doesn't look any different then.
No,
all of the talk about overtraining or he's having a kid now. How is that going to affect him? It's all rubbish.
Oh, he's having a kid?
Yeah, I think he's had a kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah, wow. I think sometimes it can change fighters in certain ways, can't it? But I think on the other end, someone like Chimaev, he's a madman, isn't he?
Yeah.
Realistically, looking back at it, it's not going to change someone like that. He is just a beast.
Yeah, for sure. Jag, what was your thoughts? Who did you have before this fight?
I had Chimaev. I mean, you have to expect it with him. Just taking the back instantly. I don't know. It's just Chimaev standards, really.
Yeah, and what do you reckon next for Chimaev? I know they're talking about Pereira, Sean Strickland and Dricus. Dana runs over. Yeah. Hunter runs over to Dana. The Dana runs over to Chimaev, and obviously it could be just to say thank you or well done, but obviously speculation's already started. Chimaev takes no damage. I think there's a potential that fight could be made before Ramadan. So, Jag, do you reckon Chimaev deserves a title shot or not yet? Give that to Strickland first.
Yeah, Strickland definitely first.
Thank you for 5,000 likes.
Love that. We're flying on the TikTok. Yeah, Balls, what do you reckon? Do you reckon Chimaev deserves that title shot, or do you reckon Strickland is the rightful in line? And now UFC are having a bit of a...
Well... It's interesting because I agree with Raheem a little bit here on what he's saying. He's saying that
he's got sick takes.
He's saying that it's Khamzat's toughest opponent yet, and it's his best performance yet.
Fact.
It's one of those, and champions. We always say champions always rise to the occasion, and that's what he's done.
Yeah.
But Strickland, I don't hate that either. I won't hate you for it.
No.
But I feel I feel like it comes down to what would the people like more? What would you like to see more? Would you like to see Khamzat get the shot, or would you like to see Strickland get the shot?
I'd like to see Chimaev Dricus, but I think Strickland would beat Dricus. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Only because Dricus has got this weird style where he could potentially beat Chimaev. It's all in hindsight. You know what I mean? It's all good looking at it now, but let's be honest. Most likely Chimaev's going to destroy anyone he fights.
Yeah.
So, unless he goes up to light heavyweight. But yeah, what about you two?
I mean,
I like to see Chimaev, to be honest.
Next?
Yeah.
Yeah. You think he should hop the line?
Yeah.
I mean, do you guys enjoy watching Chimaev's style? Because MMA Guru was saying it's kind of boring, but I find it entertaining.
Yeah, I think
I do. I think it's...
he's active,
yeah.
isn't he? He's
Exactly.
He's not holding him against a cage, kicking the knee. Like, he is ragdolling opponents. Like,
Absolutely,
it reminds me of Khabib. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like Khabib did at a high level. Chimaev's doing it at a higher level. He's the best wrestler in UFC, but I'm surprised MMA already said that, to be fair.
Yeah, I think with Chimaev as well, if you don't finish it quick, it's just going to be absolute. It's just going to be a scrap, like Gilbert Burns. I mean, it went the distance, and it ended up being like one of the best fights.
I've got a hashtag Banji from predictions trending from Leggy. Leggy losing money once again.
Leggy, I said it, and Bowles, I'm sticking with it. If I don't go 6 for 12 next year, I will shave my head on the pod.
Wow.
You know what I mean? I am done.
Wow.
I'm done. I'm hitting the final boss. I might not have done it this year. I might have had a bad year. But I am promising everyone, if I don't go 6 for 12 next year, so Leggy, stick with me. Stick with me. There was one off this side. If I don't go 6 for 12 next year, I will shave my head on the pod. Woo! And I will let Leggy be in attendance. I'll even let him take a little rip of the blade.
Am I doing it?
You're doing it.
Yeah,
you're doing it. So let's all calm down now, all right? We're forgetting who the final boss of these predictions are. So I just have to get that off my
Well, couple here. I want to see Whittaker fight Usman. Hamzat versus Izzy. I'd love to see Usman and Hamzat again. Yeah, so would I. I'd enjoy that. I love it. I love Usman. I don't know why nobody talks about Chimaev's chin. The guy took shots and Burns and Usman and never slept.
It's a good point. We're all.
It's a point.
Yet again, we've got too excited.
Yeah.
Yet again, we've watched Chimaev and we're forgetting everything he's done, like all the struggles he's had. Yeah. But the question is, can Dricus do what Usman and Burns did? Probably not. You know what I mean? Can Strickland? Definitely not.
No.
I just think there's no one at middleweight apart from Usman and Izzy, but Izzy needs to win. You know what I mean? How many wins is Izzy away from getting that title shot? 2?
Yeah.
Or 1?
I think maybe 1.
Do you reckon?
Maybe, yeah.
What happens if it is Chai Baralo, though? You can't give him a title shot after Chai Baralo.
That's true. He's coming off a loss, isn't he?
No, Chai Baralo's won.
Yeah, I know, but
Izzy, yeah.
It would be difficult, wouldn't it? But then
it's got fired up there, by the way.
Yeah, maybe 2. Yeah. But you're probably right with that.
Jag?
Yeah.
I think 2 as well. To be fair, I think Izzy's starting to come like... He's out of his prime now.
Are you calling him washed?
Ooh.
I don't know. I just don't
Say
like
it with chest. Say it with chest. You're on the pod.
When he gets hurt, he starts running away. He starts turning his back, and you've seen it twice now.
Yeah, that's true.
You've seen it way too many times, I think. Strickland did it to him.
Yeah.
Trying to think who else, but
Pereira.
He turns his back way too much, and then that's where he just
Dricus as well.
Yeah, that's where he just crumbles.
Okay, that's a valid point. That's a good take.
Who does Izzy beat to make him deserve the title shot?
I'd say Chai Baralo and then
who else we got here?
I mean, Imavov's the only guy there. Imavov is the only guy there.
Yeah.
You're not going to do, unless you do Strickland again for no title on a 5-rounder.
Is Imavov a more impressive win than Baralo? Probably is, isn't it?
Yeah.
At the moment.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. But at the same time, it's like, it is Imavov. He's only just beat Brendan Allen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, Brendan Allen, great fighter, but if you're talking about Izzy in his prime, you would never be having these conversations against mid-fighters. You know
This is
not
true.
mid, but yeah, just good contenders.
He's in a little bit of a struggle. It's a little bit of a struggle for Izzy, it seems like, based on those rankings.
Yeah, it is. He's in a tough spot, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's not going to fight Rob again because no one wants to watch that. I don't think the UFC would want to make that. What's Raheem saying?
Well, that's what Raheem said, and then great friend Kaya Marsh, who's
Legend.
on, he said Strickland rematch.
In a 5-round or co-main or main, maybe.
Yeah.
Is it? But say if Strickland loses to Dricus and then you do Izzy's beat Baralo and then fight Strickland again, you're looking at 2 guys who are coming off losses.
Yeah.
Well, not Baralo, but
that's true.
I don't know. It is a tough position. Kaya, what do you think? Let us know what you think. What's he saying?
5-round main in Sydney.
Yeah, it's that Sydney card. What I do personally is you do Volkanovski, Diego Lopez, but I don't think they're doing that now. And Adesanya. Do you know 2 5-rounders?
Yeah, Volk v Lopez co-main.
There you go.
There we go.
Yeah, and I'd put Volk as the main person. I think that's a bigger fight.
Yeah.
But anyways, moving on. The main event of the evening: Ilia Topuria versus Max Holloway. Guys, it's sad. It's still Max Holloway gets knocked out in the 3rd round. My theory's over. The 3rd round theory's over as well.
Yeah, Raheem, honestly, who beats Ilia? The guy's unstoppable. It's true. It's
Raheem
true.
again. Love this guy.
Yeah, Leggy Whitaker's teeth is an absolute madness. Apparently, though, as we've heard on the pod, apparently his teeth just went back. That's all that's happened. Apparently,
And
it's all good.
and his jaw's dislocated.
Yeah, apparently he's good though. Apparently, but Ilia versus Islam, the only match to make.
Well, should we talk about what's next now? Everyone's chatting about it anyway. Matt as well.
Well, they are, aren't they?
Yeah, then we'll get to the knockout.
We'll give Max his flowers later.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like they lined up Volk, though. Volk gets in the cage, they give a little hug. Like, there was a reason why Volk was stood there and Diego Lopez wasn't. There's a reason why Volk was allowed in the cage. So it looks like they're lining that one up.
Yeah.
What would you rather see? What does Raheem want to see? What does Kaya want to see? Jag, what do you want to see?
Lopez, definitely. The guy's just entertaining.
Yeah.
It's a good fight. Dana can't make Ilia versus Islam because they're both stars, and he wants to keep them both undefeated. He won't want to do that.
Pretty true.
Yeah, Volk is coming off 2 early KOs.
I wouldn't put Volk in there.
No, I wouldn't.
I would put Diego Lopez or Islam. But Balls, what would you do?
I like Diego Lopez. You know, that's
Yeah.
exciting. That is.
Yeah. Brian Ortega's a good enough win as well. I think it's justified.
It is a huge fight, isn't it?
It's
a
justified.
huge win. Sorry, against Brian Ortega. You know, we know how good Brian is. Has been over the past couple of years.
Yeah.
You know, it's a world class win, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. And let's be honest, there's no one else for Diego to fight as well, apart from Volk.
Yeah, I love Diego, but Ilia removes his head. Probably.
Yeah, it's true.
I think he removes everyone's head.
Yeah, but Jag's made a good point, though.
Yeah.
You know, Diego's got that rough and ready style.
Yeah.
He's got good jiu-jitsu. So it could be... It's a potential matchup that could not favour Ilia. Probably still the favourite going into it, and I probably would pick Ilia, but I think it's closer than a Volk rematch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
I'd like to see Volk versus Ortega again. That was one of the best fights.
yeah, that's a good fight. But does Brian Ortega deserve that?
No.
No.
It's just, I think Lopez deserves it personally.
Yeah. I think what Volk's trying to do is get that title fight, and if he loses, just move to lightweight.
Yeah.
And then, then he's kind of done that division, and he's taking his best shot. And if he loses, right, we'll just go to lightweight. But yeah, Ilia Topuria, anyway, goes in there, and he was winning 2 rounds. I had it 1-1 going into the 3rd. And a nasty knockout. Comes in first with the right hand, and then Max falls back, and then the left hook to knock him out. Ilia Topuria now is the biggest star in the UFC. Over Pereira. Over John Jones. I don't know if I'm too excited yet, but I don't think anyone is bigger than Ilia Topuria right now.
I think it's a close one with Pereira.
I think
I think it's a toss-up.
Yeah.
You think Pereira still? I mean, that was tremendous. No one's knocked Max Holloway out, and Ilia does it.
Makes history there.
Yeah, 100%. He is now just beating the 2 greatest featherweights of all time.
Yeah.
Like, in their prime as well.
Easily.
Yeah, he's beating them both in their prime. He's doing stuff no one ever thought he would do. Put some respect on his name.
100%.
You know what I mean, as Kamaru Usman once said. Incredible. He's now with I said I was going to bring Alex Pereira up. Who's had the better year? Pereira. I think we all unanimously had Pereira, but when you think about it, Ilia Topuria is literally beating the greatest 2 featherweights of all time. The fight rundown awards are going to be tough. Wow. I know there's going to be a lot of arguments between me and Balls about that one. I think it's a hard one. Kaya, what's Kaya saying?
McGregor want to be with his actions, but his run will be better.
Yeah, the thing is, Kaya, we all said that, but at the end of the day, he's backed it up. And he's backed it up more than McGregor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yes, he is a complete rip-off of Mac, but what he's doing is uncanny. Like,
Appreciate the likes again, guys.
It's insane. How many we at?
Still 5k, but
Fire.
we've got some more likes coming in. But Raheem says, Pereira saved the company, man. Can't give it to Ilya. It's
I hear that.
also true.
I hear that.
I'd probably still give it to Pereira, but I think Ilya's getting a mention for sure in those awards, and that's obviously what he wants.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's what a fight, and what a card. To be fair, I think that's everything. What's next for Max as well? I know DC mentioned McGregor could be a good fight, and then McGregor tweeted, "Call me." So that's a fight he's interested in.
Yeah.
Jag, what do you want for Max Holloway?
I mean, I think he does better at lightweight, but I don't know. Not too sure about this one actually, because Max, he either stays at featherweight and stays top rankings, or he just goes for a whole new weight
challenge,
category.
yeah.
And you saw him absolutely destroy Gaethje. I think he can do it multiple times again. And who's better than Gaethje, who he can fight? Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, he's definitely in that top 5 talks. Bowles, Max Holloway. I like the idea of moving to lightweight now.
Yeah, new challenge, new start, 100%.
New fights as well.
I think as you're getting older as well, I think it's you see it a lot in boxing. Obviously, I don't want to keep going back to boxing, but yeah, it's going to be. I think it'll be good for him to move weights now.
Yeah, 100%. He's only 32 as well. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, he's still got his prime. He's still in his prime now, but yeah. And as for Ilya, he's just the man. He is the man. But that is absolutely everything. It's already up. I'll just run this one. That has been it.
That's it.
A fire episode. Thank you to everyone on the TikTok.
Thank
we'll
you
stay on
very
the
much.
TikTok for a bit. Make sure to check it out. TikTok, Instagram, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts from. Cheers, Jack, for coming on. It's always good. A lot coming up. We've got this Christmas calendar. Check us out at The Fight Rundown and everything. We will see you soon.